Yes, that's right. Boeing is your trade of the day here today. Lots of good long opportunities in the morning. A little bit of a reversal here happening in the afternoon. Now, they got the catalyst 787 coming back online. Things looking good for Boeing. And let's be real, the daily chart actually is pretty impressive for them the last little bit. But I'm just going to zoom in here with the 60-minute and just kind of show you the last about month or so. And it's all about this double top at 164. Now, sometimes you're going to get a gap up past the level of concern, right? So you're not always able to take level breaks, roughly a 168 top here. You can't always take those level breaks in the live market. A lot of times you're going to gap above a level like that, and it's about how do you want to play it. So the old adage that in momentum moving stock to the upside, significant resistance levels break and they can turn into support levels. And that's exactly what I went with here today. And the other side of it is make sure you can stay with the trend. So right off the open, that 164 was definitely that first line that on a dip I wanted to get long. And we're very fortunate, right at 9:30, there was a bit of a failed breakthrough 66. That'll be important a little bit later. And then a dip right into 164. Sometimes you get lucky, but you got to be honest. When everyone's looking at the exact same chart, if you're bullish on the stock and it starts dropping in, lots of people want to be long in this area when there's a positive catalyst, when the market's been strong, when it feels like this is the Monday post-rate hike that we're actually going to follow through and have a strong upward day. So you get something in, pretty happy about it, and then I can tell you the way that that wick candle came down, I was actually pretty convinced we were going to sit there beneath 166 and consolidate before we went. Some of it's the bias of having traded Boeing in a similar move before, watching it go sideways, even test the low again before continuing. In this particular case, we scalped some out and immediately regret that decision. And then we're all the way up, rejecting 168 at the high, wick top through that 66, and I'm out of the trade. At this point, I'm saying to myself, look, it just gave me 64 to 68, which is a good portion of my target, but I want to play with the trend. This is something I've been trying to do a little bit better. You don't have to just have one trade and hold on to it. What you can do is then if we get that consolidation, I can then work the long off that 166. If it starts holding that higher low, instead of waiting for the breakout trade, instead of just sitting there and holding a small portion from the bottom, if it breaks a low, I'm already out at this point. If it forms a consolidation, I'm buying the consolidation off that previous 66 level, and then I'm playing this to that 168 breakout. Now I'm in the money as it tries to take out that high. At that time in the day, the other thing I'm considering, once you get past 10 o'clock, I wanted to trail it. We end up trailing it when we fail that 170. We get trailed out at a 169. But then you talk about the next level to the upside, 164, 166, 168. Now you have a nice double top 168. The break that we did not take, we've paid ourselves already twice on separate trade. Both was a scalp trade and then holding a good piece. Then we retest 168, that former breakout price, buy it on the dip. Should have been add in here. I can cop to that one for sure. And then not nearly aggressive enough with our out. I actually get in at about 68.33. I know it was 68.33. It should have been tighter 168 for sure. Should have added at that price. But we take some out in front of 69s and then again hold it for a trail. We end up getting to this level here. It was a bit of a break at 170 and a half. Ticked above 171. You got one of those wick off tops that's going to end up getting me out. Ended up being near the high anyways. And then what am I trying to do in the afternoon? I'm simply trying to buy that same and support that breakout price. Not quite able to get that fill and it's off to the races. The key thing here is you can play that trend. You don't have to buy once and hold. Every trading style is different. Our sponsor, Day Trade the World, this trade today is brought to you by them. When you have the ability to capitalize and take multiple trades for low fees like we can here, you can get in 3 separate times with multiple exit points to make it a little bit more nuanced of a trade and get paid many different ways. There's your trade of the day on Boeing.